Like all of us, Emma Turnbull looking for 3, along with her mother Wendy as the trainer. They're all up on the gate. They're set, ready, and racing, and getting away well from the inside was Mr. Big Shot. Also away well Lumbo Assets, and they'll duel into this first corner with Mr. Big Shot holding his advantage towards the inside. He'll scoot through and lead now by a length to Lumbo Assets. Confederate Girl gets a good run. It goes in behind the leader. 1 out, 1 back, Spanish Luster. It's moving 3 wide now, Spanish Luster looking for a more forward position. They're being followed by back in the field. They're the favourite like all of us. Chief Fairman's gone back to the inside. He's second last, and last of all was Kyla Luke. The lead time there was 29. That's the slowest of the lead times for the 2,000 metres today. And out on top, it's Mr. Big Shot. He's looking to bounce back into form here today. Michael Munro aboard. He leads out by half a length to Spanish Luster, who's really hooked onto the bit outside the leader for Nathan Hurst. Back behind the leader, we got Confederate Girl. Rod Crow is taking the drive there. Around the outside goes Like All of Us for Emma Turnbull. She's looking for 3. It's going to move up and test Mr. Big Shot here and get within half a length of it. Back in the field there, we had Lumbo Assets. It was vying for the lead earlier in the race. It's back to third last for Tony Beath. Second last on the inside, Chief Fairman. He's really pulling for Murray Sullivan. And last of all was Kyla Luke for Blair Hurst. First quarter, 33.6. Controlled first quarter. And up on the front end, we have the number 2, which is Mr. Big Shot. He leads out by half a length now. On the outside, the favourite Like All of Us hasn't really put much pressure on the leader here. Confederate Girl gets a good run in behind the leader as the bell chimes across the Blaney course. 1 out, 1 back there was Spanish Luster. Back to the inside, we have Chief Fairman. Second last, Lumbo Assets. And last of all was Kyla Luke. Second quarter, 33.2. They haven't broken any records up front. And it's still Mr. Big Shot. He's looking to take them wire to wire. He leads out by half a length now to Like All of Us. It's going to make it hard from anything back in the field to sprint home. They're not going real quick as Munro now amps up the speed out on top. Spanish Luster's had a good run, 1 out, 1 back. He's about to peel. Confederate Girl. And right around the outside, Kayla Luke and Lumbo Assets and Chief Fairman. They've really packed up coming off the side, and Like All of Us puts the acid test on now and goes to the top. Spanish Luster out after him. Getting through there was Kyla Luke, and also back in towards the inside. Mr. Big Shot hasn't given in there, followed by Chief Fairman and also Lumbo Assets. But on the turn, can Emma get 3? Like All of Us straightens up. Here's Spanish Luster out after him. Back to the inside there was Mr. Big Shot. It's Like All of Us. He's holding a half length on the outside. Spanish Luster, they hit the line. Like All of Us. Like All of Us has kicked back and won. Second there was Spanish Luster. Mr. Big Shot done well to hang on for third. I think Chief Fairman might have nosed his way through there for fourth. He's in a photo with Confederate Girl. Kyla Luke give up the ghost halfway up the straight, and last of all was Lumbo Asset.